This bell is for arm and arbery. This bell is for arm and arbery. This bell is for Fernando Castillo. This bell is for Fernando Castillo. This bell is for Michael Brown. This bell is for Michael Brown. This bell is for Tamar Ryan. This bell is for Tamar Ryan. This bell is for Vincent Ramos. This bell is for Vincent Ramos. This bell is for Melissa Ventura. This bell is for Melissa Ventura. Trayvon Martin and all the others. This bell is for all the others.
No force more powerful than our people. As we rise to greatness, to some we're lethal. Melanin of blacks, browns, yellows, and reds. Beautiful hair, kinky, curly, straight, and dreads. Been tricked, robbed, and fed so many lies. It's time to unite, not compromise. Our families destroyed by death, despair, and hate. We're strong, we got faith, it's not too late. We will expose the ugly, corrupt system aimed at our colors, race, and religion. We're fed up if you didn't detect it. We're fully woke and will be respected. The revolution was televised. Now the whole world knows. No more hiding the truth behind closed doors. Be sure you hear us. No need to fear us. Just know when we say every single day, Black Lives Matter.
Black lives truly matter. Black lives truly matter.
All right, good morning, beautiful people. Why would I talk here? I get that. What is that? Oh, the music has stopped playing. I was talking over the music.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Good morning, beautiful people. Happy Thursday, day before the storm. I'm Babz Rawls-Ivy. That's Harry Droz. This is LoveBabz, LoveTalk. Hey, Harry. Harry.
Hey, Babz.
I'm glad I'm not waking up in Ukraine. Harry, I saw these pictures of Russia bombing these people. This is a full-on city. Kiev, it's a full city. It's like if you were in New York or New Haven or you trying to go to work and then somebody's bombing you. You're like, yo, I got to get to work. What is happening here? So people are trying to leave the city. Harry, this situation has got me so pissed off. In this day and age, countries can go to war with people. Like they could just bomb people, Harry. Like just go. I don't like the way you are turning toward the West. I don't like your politics. I don't like the way y'all are independent. I'm trying to pull the USSR back together, and you're a part of that plan. Why can't y'all act right? I'm not having it. Boom.
Yeah.
This makes me mad, Harry. I see these people trying to, Harry. If I had to leave my house today, it would be very difficult to try to pack all the stuff that I want to try to save because I don't know what's happening. I got to pull my kids, up until yesterday, Harry, people were sitting in cafes having coffee.
No, I mean,
now they got to run for their lives.
Yeah, they didn't believe Putin.
I didn't believe him.
Well, that's what I think. It was more not that we don't believe he's a monster, right? That's not the.
Yeah, no, it's not. No, you're right. It's not that we don't believe he's a monster.
Right. It's just that we thought that he had more
on the ball. Like you want to be on the world stage and play like regular people.
Did you see the comments by Macron, the Russian president?
The French president?
Yeah, I mean the Russian. Yeah, the French president.
What
He
did he say?
he said that there's something different. He spoke with Putin, and there was something different with him. Something has changed. I'm not sure if he was implying that
He's having a mental breakdown?
that Putin's all of a sudden got a screw loose or something.
Bipolar? What is happening?
He's 73.
No shade to bipolar people, because my daughter's bipolar.
Well,
so
he's
I get it.
73, and
Oh, he's that old? I didn't realize he was 73.
yeah, he's 73, and sometimes things happen.
Oh,
you
so
know-
he might think he in 19. He might think he like Cold War. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Well, he definitely doesn't care getting back into one, right?
Harry, I don't understand. I don't. These people are home. Last night they go to bed. They're like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed. We'll see how this plays out. The world is watching. Surely. Next thing you know, Harry, they wake up in the middle of the night. It's bombs being lost.
Yeah, I mean, I was
They're like,
looking at the traffic, trying to get
Do you
out of the
even-
town.
Do you even call into your job, Harry? Like, what do you
Not-
say?
No, they declared martial law, so forget the jobs right now.
So no work.
No work.
Can you
Now
go
it's
to the bank
just
and get your money?
oh
what? I mean,
no, actually they said this morning you could only take out up to $3,000
See, Harry.
because
see?
because they're afraid of a run on the bank. So
Yeah. Hello.
I know that's
There's a
what war is.
Somebody's trying to war us.
That's
I
what
need
war
my
is.
money. Oh, you bitches better have my money.
That's right. You're gonna have to take Rihanna over the.
You have to go. We have to blast Rihanna from the speakers. You better have my money. Oh my God, Harry, that just broke my heart. I don't know what to think. I think because I believe that we have come so far away from this kind of stuff. I know I know there are still wars in around the world, but at this level, it just freaks me out. At this level.
Well, yeah, right. You're thinking that we're more civilized at this level, but we're not.
Yeah, that's what I like. You would have thought, Harry, we would have learned from all the other
No.
conflicts. Like, you just can't. There's no winning in this.
And then think about to put Putin into perspective so that people understand. He's attacking now. Russians are waking up this morning, understanding that they're at war with their cousins, their
Right.
their
relatives.
in-laws, it's family over there.
I was like, what are you doing?
And
dude?
Putin's dropping bombs on Russian families.
I don't understand. And I know it's because he wants to bring them to heal, right? He wants to bring them to heal. I don't get it, but I get it. Sick. I don't understand that thirst for power against your own people at all cost. Like, what do you hope to gain? Like, what is the gain here? I mean, you're gonna have all these dead people, and you already your economy ain't the strongest in the world, right? I just need the rest of the world, the civilized rest of the world, to just like shut them down.
Well,
And I
overnight,
don't mean go send troops, because
overnight, and right now in the market, the ruble is suffering, right? So that the Russian people are gonna feel the effect of this too.
the Russian people ought to go storm their capital
Yeah.
and say, "Listen, we're not getting the square. What are you gonna shoot them all down?" I mean, he will, but.
He'll try.
I mean, but you got to do it. You got to do it while you being TikTok, right? Like you gotta be willing to kill all your people in front of the whole world, and then what? I don't get this. I just see these people trying to get out of town, Harry, and I'm thinking they have got to be mad as hell. Like, how do you get out of town? And where is out of town? Like, where is out of town?
Well, they only have Poland, right? Right. That's a close neighbor to Kiev, right there. The
And
problem,
he want to march on them, but
well, right, but he knows that's a NATO country, so, and So that's crossing the line. That's World War III. Like
I know, but you know what? We need to treat Ukraine like they part of NATO. Swear to God.
but they're not.
We can't allow this. We cannot allow him. We already watched him do it to Crimea.
But the problem is that the NATO countries, they don't have the will to go in and fight for somebody who's not under the NATO umbrella.
Well, I think this might change the game.
So I mean,
I think this might change the game. I think so.
And then they remember they're all at the mercy of Vladimir's oil.
Listen, when we start seeing kids dead on the street, because that's what's gonna happen, Harry. You got to see dead bodies sprawled out, and you know what you do? You find the most vulnerable of the bodies, right? Women and babies. You find them, and then the world will be like, oh, a collective gasp.
Oh wow!
You know?
They want to come on now.
They want to come on now. Listen, they need to get a good schedule of word on the street. Come on. Tomorrow they can't come on this early because I got a guest at 9:15.
So,
let's come on, because they might have somebody good. Get them on. Come on.
All right, tell them yes. Okay,
yes.
They're in the room.
Okay, yes. I know they got some. They probably have somebody good. And it's cold. It's cold. It's not like yesterday. Yesterday was sweet.
The Russians brought in the cold for the world.
Oh, that's what they know how to do, Harry. That just bothered me. That just bothered my spirit to see those people trying to get out of. And I was like, well, where are they going to go?
No, so the thing is that they have Belarus, which is Belarusian, and Poland.
Wink.
So, they only have Poland.
Good morning.
Hello. Good morning. Can you hear us?
Yeah, we hear y'all. How y'all doing?
Hello. Good. We're out here.
Oh my God, is that Maya?
Overcross track.
Yes. Is that Maya?
Yes. Maya, Nora.
My head is flat. Yeah.
Girl, I did not recognize you. I was like, Harper, who that woman?
Look, Maya dyed her hair.
I need to show them.
I don't know if they got the reference.
Why can't we see it? We can't see it.
You can, but that's not word on the street.
Oh, we making it word on the street. Word on the street, Maya flattened and colored her hair. All right, what's the word on the street?
Yeah.
Where are y'all? Look like y'all on the track.
We are tired. We are on the track. We're on the overcross track. We bumped into someone who outwalked us, so we have to catch up to him really quick. He wants to walk and talk.
I hope it's not an older.
And hoeing.
I hope it's not a person much older than y'all, because then I would be ashamed for you.
Yes, and we are ashamed.
Oh my God!
Oh,
that's beautiful.
Okay, here he comes, speeding around the track.
Oh, this man is out walking y'all. Lord have mercy.
Okay. Gotta start jogging to keep up.
We're here on WNHH LoveBabz LoveTalk, doing word on the street. Can you tell us your name?
John Shinakopoulos.
Beautiful. And John, what's the word on the street today?
Keep up.
Healing.
Tell us a little bit about why.
I tore the quadricep tendon off my knee, and I walk every morning trying to heal like the rest of the country.
Definitely. And what was that? Did you injure it a specific way, or was it just something over time?
Yes, I slipped on the ice.
Oh.
I wanted to sue the guy who owned the house, but then I realized it was my house.
Got it. And what was well, I don't know.
Got it.
What was that like? What was the feeling? Was it something you went to the hospital later over time?
Yes, I went to the hospital. I had surgery. I thought my chances of setting the world record, the men's over 60, were slipping away. I'm 1,500 meters over 60 years old. But I'm still working at it.
Yes. So what was the recovery? Well, recovery's still going on. What has the recovery process been like?
Very slow. It's what's surprising about the injury is if you lie in bed for 2 months, all your muscles atrophy, not just your leg, but your arms, your
Yes.
shoulders. So getting all that back has been incredibly complicated. So
Can you tell us a little bit about your routine? Clearly, Maya and I need to do some basic exercises.
well, I have a trainer, and every morning we walk together or do exercises together. But I also have a physical therapist where they push around my knee and stuff like that. So hopefully in another few months, swimming.
So what's the pain scale like from when it first got injured to now?
Yeah.
When I first, just after the anesthetic wore off in the surgery, it was the most excruciating pain I've ever had. My little son came back from college to be with me, and he held my hand and rubbed my stomach.
I'm curious too, how do you think, could you sort of quantify the amount of time that you put into caring for your body now as opposed to
Yes.
before the surgery?
Yes, for many months, it was 4 hours a day, 7
Wow.
days a week.
Wow.
And before that, it was practically zero. So I wasted an incredible amount of time. And people always ask, they say, with all that time you've had to think about life, you must be a different person. And all I can say is, all I've learned is don't slip on the ice.
Well, you were also talking about how we're healing as a nation. Could you say more about that?
Well, we've had COVID.
Yeah.
We've had incredible division in the country. It's time to move forward. And the rest of the world doesn't wait while we sort everything out. So we've got to get our act together before the whole world falls apart.
Right.
World War III.
Are you from New Haven?
I grew up, I went to high school in New Haven. Yep.
Oh,
I grew up in Urbana, Illinois, but then I started high school in New Haven.
which high school?
Hopkins.
Ah. And what do you do professionally?
I'm a Yale professor of economics.
Oh. So is that what you're... Maya and I are very scared of that. That's why we work for the Independent. Yeah, so what does your day entail from here on out? You have courses to teach?
I've got, just Zoom after Zoom. And the classes are in person now.
Right.
But I hope that doesn't change.
Have you noticed that helping students more being in person and remote? Is similar?
Yes.
Yeah, is that healing?
Yes, the students were so glad to be back. They applauded after a bunch of my lectures. They weren't very good lectures, but they were so relieved to just be there that they applauded anyway. That would never have happened before COVID.
Yeah. How do you deal with time management when you're spending 4 hours a day exercising?
It's incredibly hard. It's really difficult. People who have 2 jobs or mothers who have a job and have to take care of the kids, I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
I had kids too, but I don't know how they do it. Really, it's just when you add 4 hours a day to what you used to be doing, it's really a problem.
I'm also going to ask Babz and Harry. Do you have any questions to ask John?
I'm inspired. I had back-to-back hip surgery, so I understand trying to get back up on your feet and move, and I'm still like struggling with that. And I feel so inspired by you.
Well, you're not the same person when you think of yourself delusionally as an athlete, and then you can't do anything.
Right.
It's hard to reconcile. It's hard to. Who are you?
Can you tell us a little bit? Oh, Babz, did
this give you? Because as I'm going through this now, and I'm walking and all of that, but. Does this make you think about how you want to age? Because this got me thinking about how I want to age.
Yeah, it's got me a lot more worried about age than I was before. Time is just running out, and there's so many things I'm still hoping to do. And this was a reminder that something can suddenly happen, and then you have to waste a year. So
yeah. That's
What
exactly how I
things do you
felt.
have left you want to do?
Oh, I want to travel. I want to write a few books.
Oh.
I want
A few.
to. Being a professor, that's not a
Right.
delusion.
Yeah. Also, when you say you had delusions of being an athlete, what athletics are you talking about here?
I always wanted to be mild
Oh, right. And now you're the over 60.
category.
Right. Okay, I'm getting tired.
One more thing, it's great that there's this high school track that people in the city can come and use. I mean, this is a huge.
Yeah.
Look at how beautiful it is.
I've trained on that track, so I know, and it is perfect for walking because of the way it's built.
Oh, they cut.
Okay, that was good.
Maybe it's too cold, but there used to be a lot more people running around here, and now it's deserted.
Well, it might be because it's cold today, but thank you, Nora and Maya.
Maya. I know she looks different, so maybe Myra.
Maya.
No, so
I didn't know who she was.
I would have liked to have had a double camera view to see how fast Nora's legs were moving to keep up with him.
Well, you could hear them huffing.
No, I know. You could tell he's walking at a fast pace, but she's practically running.
You know what, Harry? I need to be out there with him, really, because that's the only way you're going to get your mobility back from these kinds of surgeries. Because he is right. When you don't move your body, your muscles atrophy. And yesterday I walked somewhere and I was huffing and puffing, and it was only like from like here to there, right? Like it wasn't like I was walking a mile or anything. It was just going from one place to the other. And I was like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. I can barely breathe. It's because I haven't done any real. I mean, I've gone through physical therapy, but so I think I'm making that part of my Lent too. I'm going to build it into my Lent. So to get
40 days, right? 40 days.
40 days, Harry. I'm going to see what I can do in 40 days. I mean, what kind of miraculous change can I have in 40 days? Mind, body, spirit. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I'm going to do something for Jesus too.
Well, when you do something for Jesus, you're doing it for yourself.
Right. Right. Well, I didn't mention I was going to change my name to Jesus too.
Well, all right. Okay, Jesus.
No, so
Okay.
that was a good word on the street.
That was. They find some interesting people.
Yeah. I bet you that's the last time they go on a track.
I know. Or maybe
Motivates them.
Harry, that might inspire them
Yeah.
to do the damn thing.
He was keeping a really fast pace.
He was. But that's what you have to do. You got to get your heart rate up, and you got to get your body moving. So I'm just saying, that's what you got to do. So what? So Long Wharf Theater, Harry, is becoming an itinerant theater. So we're gonna take our show on the road throughout the city. That's what we're gonna do.
I seen that, but is that a temporary thing or?
Well, it's gonna be for what it is for however long we do it, until we figure out where we want to be. Till we figure out where we want to be, and that seems to be okay. So anyway, Jacob is coming on Friday at 9:15, and him and Nancy Alexander, the chair of the board. So they're coming on Friday at 9:15. So we might have to push word on the street back. And I have guests every day from now until next week at 10:15. So I got double guests tomorrow. So word on the street, I have to run a little later. I'll put that in the chat. But
I almost just took a spill right now.
okay, don't do that.
No, because when I came in this morning, one of the wheels on this chair is missing.
Oh,
So, so yeah, one wheel.
why?
I gotta look for it, but it probably snapped off or something.
Oh, might have.
But I have spare wheels, so I just have to put it.
Of course you do, Harry.
That's right.
Oh,
I'm
thank
ready.
you to Dan Kennedy and Ellen Clegg for letting me be on their podcast. That was very kind of them. Oh, I see the wheel. I listened to it yesterday. They sent it to me, but I hadn't listened to it until yesterday afternoon. It was really nice.
Oh, I saw
It's
the
a-
article.
They
Really
said
nice.
very nice things about me. But you gotta listen to it because I talk about you a lot.
Oh.
Well, there's a good amount of time talking about you. So that was good. So I post it's up on social media and it's all over the place. And I think Paul posted it too. I didn't see it. They sent me just the thing, just the podcast itself. Paul sent me the thing that was all done up. It's all fancy. And then I went to their website and it's all done up. And then they had already put it on social media, so I saw it. And he used a picture that I took of him on my porch, which was really nice. It's a great picture.
You know, I've been getting reports that people aren't getting the notifications in the morning from Facebook. Usually blasts notifications when you go live, right?
Uh-huh.
And for some reason, I know Karen's been telling me I don't get notifications from you guys anymore.
Oh.
Angel just said, you know, he's missed a few shows because he doesn't get notifications. That's not an excuse, by the way. We're on at 9 o'clock every day. So that's not an excuse. I know, but for those people who need their notifications, go into into our page and make sure you're following and you actually set to be notified for shows. Because Facebook is being Facebook.
Yeah. You know how they do, Harry. Okay.
So.
All right.
Yeah, but come on. 9. What do you say, Babz? Because I like the way you say it. 9-ish every morning.
somewhere around 9 o'clock.
That's right. We'll be here.
somewhere around 9 o'clock. So thank you to Dan Kennedy and Ellen Clegg. That I really enjoyed the podcast. I really did, and they said some really nice things. And
I like that they called you the voice of New Haven.
that freaked me out a little bit.
No, I really like that. I mean, it's good.
I don't know about that, but it's like it kind of freaked me out a little bit. But I did like armchair intimacy.
But
you know, I like that. That was good.
But I could actually hear some people complaining that you being called the voice of New Haven. Oof.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know.
Harry.
That's right. Hi, haters.
Yeah. I was like, this is one guy saying that. It's not. Nobody took a vote. It wasn't ratified into the Constitution. It was just one guy who had an opinion about what he thought was happening with me, and he chose that. That's how you have to break it down for people, Harry, because they just get simple. I was like, it's one guy who said that.
Oh, it's not just one guy. I mean, there's plenty of people who listen to us every morning.
That's true. And thank y'all.
That's right.
Thank y'all. So I went out last night, Harry, did a little karaoke.
Oh.
I'd never been to this little dive bar, the Cellar on Treadwell. I've never been there. So I met up with a girlfriend who had moved here and I hadn't had a chance to catch up to her. So I had put on my Facebook page last night, Harry. I said, I took my boots off. I thought I was going to go out. I was like, but I think I'm going to call it a night. But if somebody within the next 15 minutes says they're at a good watering hole, I will put on my boots and meet you. And she saw it and she was like, Babz, that's where I'm at. And she sent me the directions. I was like, oh, I know this place. I've never been there. It is a for real dive bar. with the cleanest bathroom ever. The cleanest bathroom. Harry, for a dive bar with a clean bathroom, I'm going back there. So they had karaoke last night. Like, honestly, well, first of all, Harry, the Hampton pot people, the pot folks meet there. That's their meeting place. And so I walked in on their meeting, and they shushed us because me and her were talking too much in their meeting. They're like,
So
hey.
the Hampton what people?
The pot, the pot people.
The
people,
pot people.
The cannabis.
I love it.
The cannabis people.
Babz in the 1970s. The pot people.
The pot people. The cannabis people. So they have a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
So they were having their meeting, and they were talking about the legislation and this whole licensing thing and all that. So
yeah,
that's not my thing. But once they cleared out, karaoke kicked in. So there's some good karaoke people. I mean, interesting karaoke people. And they had a big stage, so I jumped up there with them and sang a couple of songs. I think we sang of course, I Will Survive. That's a great karaoke song. We Are Family. All the ladies in the bar got up on stage and we sang that. The first one I did with some folks I met there, California Dreaming. All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray. I got on my knees on a winter day. That's not the words right there. I just made that up because I don't know. I don't remember what the words. Anyway, so had some beers, had some wings and some fries. It was good. I was home by like 10:30. Got home by 10:30. So that was my night. So thank you to the bar on Treadwell. That y'all were really nice to me. I enjoyed myself very, very much. The cellar on Treadwell. It was good.
That's that's my test, right? Whether I'm gonna order food from a place. I go into the bathroom.
Oh, really?
Yes, because the cooks and all those people, they gotta use the bathroom too. And if they keep it filthy, I don't trust who's cooking.
Well, Harry, you would have been very pleased with this bathroom. I mean, it was really clean. I mean, the toilet, everything, the floor, everything was clean. And this is a dive bar, right? Like, a dive bar, Harry, it's like, it ain't frilly. It ain't she poo poo. It's, you sit down and have a beer and, chew the fat.
Yeah.
So
Angel says she does it all. I love it. That's just a little bit. Babz really does it all.
Yeah, so
you gotta
that
follow
was my
her.
night. That was my night out. That was my night out. And I look cute too. I put my boots back on and I went. I was like, ooh. So, because there's no going out tonight, Harry, and there's no going out tomorrow because old man winter.
He's just hanging around. He doesn't want to let go.
Listen. Mother Nature wants us off this planet. He's like, y'all ain't good stewards. You're starting wars. You're not good for the environment. You don't give a damn about the rivers. We got, animals that are endangered. We're scorching the earth. Like, Mother Nature's like, get off. Just get off the planet. So.
Yeah. We're the fleas. We are. And it'll. I don't think it's gonna be anytime soon. Well, who knows, right? You never know when an extinction event is gonna happen, especially with Putin and his nukes.
Harry, I don't understand any of this. I just feel so pained for those people.
And did you see he threatened the world yesterday?
Yeah, well, yeah, you might be onto something about that mental state.
Yeah, he threatened the world. He said, if anybody interferes, you're gonna suffer like you've never suffered. Well, what is he talking about? Because it's not like he's the only one who has nukes.
I know. I'm like, bruh.
Yeah.
You know, we got weapons of mass destruction too.
Yeah. I mean,
And if we Power Ranger up with the other forces, you know, we go straight Justice League on you. You know, but we're not trying to do that.
yeah. I mean, the only problem is that he has Chairman Xi from China, who basically backed him up yesterday. Basically said we're the problem, getting involved where we're not supposed to be. So, you know, you have the monsters of the world uniting, which is scary.
Didn't Godzilla and King Kong deal with that? Didn't we already deal with this world takeover stuff? Didn't we already? We're gonna have to get Godzilla up, Harry, because I feel like these people never learn a lesson, and they don't watch movies.
You know, it's just, it makes you question the foreign policy of the last 40, 50 years, right? Which is bring the monsters in, and if you make them part of the world community, they'll act better.
They'll behave.
Yeah, and then they haven't.
I know, but what's the alternative, Harry? Because you gotta watch them.
You still gotta watch them, but maybe isolate them.
But maybe now we don't listen. Y'all can't come to the cookout. The monsters got to stay on the other side of the world. But then we gotta watch them closely, right? We gotta send spies in. We gotta send in black ops. We gotta do all the things that we thought we wouldn't have to do anymore because we brought them to the table with, you know, hey, tell us how you feel. What do you need? What do you need to make your country better? Harry, are there any peaceful countries in the world that's not fighting? Where in the world where people are not fighting? Where's the country? They're not fighting in the Netherlands, right? And they're going on in Sweden, right? Who is not fighting?
Well, you know, even Australia is having beef with China. So it's everywhere.
Here's the thing. China got beef with everybody.
Yeah, China has beef with everybody.
I don't think they know how to live in harmony with anything.
Well, and China's
Are
not...
they friends with anybody, though? Like, do they have friends?
China? Well, Russia. That's the scary part.
Oh. Yeah, but China's like, don't get too close to our borders.
well, that's the thing. I've been
do what you want to do, but don't
I've been
bring that mess over here.
I've been talking to the Russian I know, and it's like, if you guys actually think that China's gonna let you impede on their portion of the world, you guys have a rude awakening. And then you guys learn. Doesn't anybody learn anything? Stalin threw in with Hitler. Hitler wanted to take Russia. You don't go and make friends with the bigger monster. You just don't.
I don't understand all this. What do they gain from world domination?
Yeah.
What do they want? What do you want? Okay, so you want Ukraine to give up all the gains that they've made since they left the USSR. That's what you want.
Here's the thing, right? So
you want to be able to tell them what to do.
If they actually take Ukraine, they don't have the resources to occupy Ukraine.
I know.
Russia's not.
Honestly, they don't really have the manpower to be doing a war. I think I heard the guy said they got like maybe 2 weeks worth of warring, and then it's over for them. They won't be able be able to sustain it.
Well, but that's if you're thinking that Putin's going to be a common sense, logical person. He's not. He will drive Russia's economy into the ground fighting. Yeah. And that's on the Russian people. So you
want to see that, and that's what I mean. The Russian people got to say, listen, we roll with you this far. But let me tell you something. I like having a house. I like having a job. I like being able to get vodka when I feel like it. I like being able to meet folks in the marketplace. I like being able to do the things that other people do.
and they don't want to go back to the days where a loaf of bread was $100.
Yeah, no, we ain't trying to do that.
You know, so they well,
I don't understand this. I mean, I don't get this. Like, you want to take over a country that you can't take care of, and you want to bring them to heel because you got this plan. And I don't even, I mean, for me, it seems obvious to me. You know, this cat came up through the KGB and he saw USSR dismantle. And I think he vowed in his heart, I'm going to be the guy to put that back together and watch me do it. But, you know, the problem is other people, the other countries, Harry, don't feel that way. They're like, I'm digging the direction we're going in.
Well, here's the thing, right? And Paul just texted that Putin's built a lot of economic reserves. He has. In the last few years especially, he's built a lot of economic, because people have become dependent on his oil and natural gas resources, right? And that's been a mistake. You do not put your eggs in the wolf's basket, in the fox's basket.
So for me, if this is my hand that I got to play, I'm never going to let somebody hold me hostage like that.
No.
I'm not doing it. But if one of these was my country and I'm the leader, I'd be like, two fingers up, boy, bye. Right?
But you know,
and I'll have to go make a deal somewhere else or figure out some other thing, Harry. I'm not letting some punk ass dictator tell me what to do.
It's hard to make that sharp left turn, Babz.
You know what? Somebody got to make the sharp left turn, Harry. Because you know why? Because this guy not gonna stop. If he got you, he's like a bad pimp. He's not gonna let you go. Just not gonna let you go, and he'll beat you down. So if you want to stay beholden to that, because you know you can't make it. First of all, you can't ever make a deal with the devil, ever. I don't care if you have terms, and this guy is lobbing bombs at Ukraine.
you have to remember, right? The devil lies. Doesn't matter what deal you get into with him, he's going to break it.
Yes,
that's what they do.
I don't know why people are surprised by that. Like,
yeah, I mean,
that's what the devil does.
I was talking to somebody yesterday who was saying, but Ukraine is Russia's. No, Ukraine is not Russia's. Okay, if we're gonna go by that, then he's gonna put the whole Soviet Union together again.
Yes,
you can't
march
just go by
on all these countries, man. And we didn't see him tried it. He tried it.
Yeah. So I mean,
this is just a bigger deal. And I know the Ukraine president is like, I cannot believe this mess is happening. Like, you wake up every day like, is this MF bombing me?
you know, you have to be careful who you put. Look, I'm not criticizing the Ukraine leader because I have no clue anything about the politics over there. The one thing I did learn yesterday is that he was a former comedian.
A former what?
Comedian.
Comedians are very smart, Harry.
Yeah, but is Putin gonna take a comedian seriously?
I don't know.
Is that one of the reasons?
Who cares? He's not gonna take anybody seriously, Harry. These cats kill journalists and protesters.
Yeah, that's true.
What does it matter if you're a comedian or a brain surgeon?
He don't
got no regard for neither one.
It may matter to Putin. He's all about strength, right? But they were saying, well, the leader was saying yesterday, we're gonna go down fighting, right? And people are asking him to, leave already, because they don't want him to be that symbol of Putin, the Russians dragging him through the streets and killing him.
Who's Jewish?
Huh?
Says somebody's Jewish in a deeply anti-Semitic
country. Oh yeah, he's
Jewish.
Who? The leader of Ukraine.
Oh Lord!
Yeah, and the reason I think Paul is saying the reason Paul is saying that is because Putin put out a statement, I think early this morning, that he said the reason he's going into Ukraine is because he's trying to drive out the Nazis.
Who?
The Nazis.
Who said that?
Putin.
I'm sorry, who?
So
Zelensky is Jewish?
Jewish. Yeah, he's Jewish.
Wow.
Yeah, but you know, there is that in that region there are a lot of neo-Nazis over there. But you know, so Putin's using
I don't
that.
know if I want to be Jewish in a country that was so anti-Semitic. Like,
Oof.
how do you walk the streets? How do you even? Do you just be? I mean, I just would be nervous all day.
As a matter of fact, NBC the other day was doing a report on how civilians are being trained just in case they're gonna start fighting too. You know. And
No. Paul said it's sort of like the U.S. electing a black president or a vice president. No, that's. I don't think so. I think that's a different animal.
I don't think
you
so.
know. I think that's a different animal.
No, yeah,
Well,
I don't know.
I see the similarities because I do, but you know, yeah.
No, so
I have to think about that. I have to contemplate that one a little deeper.
So NBC did this report, where the civilians are being trained, and then after, they put out the video, the report, and everything, it was found out that the civilians were being trained by neo-Nazis.
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
But I didn't hear that.
Yeah, so there are some wackos in that region.
Well,
But he's using it as an excuse. Well, Putin's keeps changing the excuse of why he's going in, right?
well, the last one I heard was
Peacekeepers.
Well, they're attacking us. And I'm thinking
yeah,
to
well,
myself,
yeah.
these people are sitting at the coffee shop. Whoa, what are they throwing hot coffee? It's like, what are they doing? Like, these people are walking the streets, Harry, holding their kids' hands. They sitting in the cafes, and I'm thinking to myself, what is he looking at another Ukraine? Because I don't know where he's at.
Well, he's talking about on the borders, really on the borders where the separatists have been fighting, and he was saying there was a genocide happening there.
The genocide that he's starting.
So
These Ukraine people don't want no trouble. They want to live free and prosper.
but that's all you got to do, right? He keeps moving the goalposts on why he's going in.
Well, that's just like an abusive partner. Do you know what I mean? I beat you because, the dishes weren't clean. You make me beat you because, I come home and the floor isn't washed the way I like it. I beat you because, you was talking too much and it got on my nerves.
Wow.
Just saying.
Yeah, you're right. It's the same thing over and over. Well, and he also said that, Ukraine is not a country. He
I know, but they got a whole president
what?
and a cabinet and an army and business and economics. And I think if it looks like a country, it quacks like a country, pretty much a country.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to pay attention to this because it's just bothering me to no end. And I just keep thinking about those people trying to get out of town. I was like, where do you go? I mean, I think about that in any war situation. I think about that when I look at conflict on the continent of Africa. And I'm like, what is the damn problem? Like, chill. Like, y'all work together and build.
I'm telling you, it's just in us to fight.
Oh my God, Harry. You'd rather see people starving and dead on the street rather than just say, okay, how can I be a peacemaker in these moments so that our people can thrive and prosper? I need leaders to say that. I want us all to thrive and prosper. I don't want us to be in conflict. And if we're in conflict, Harry, we get around the table and discuss, not draw guns and lob bombs. What the hell is that? It's like, come on. Didn't we not learn anything about death and destruction?
No. We haven't learned anything. Babz, that's why we have the United Nations, right? And the United Nations called an emergency meeting to discuss how they could get Putin to not invade. And while they were having this emergency meeting, Putin
He's
invaded.
marching in there.
Yeah, he invaded.
The problem I have with this, Harry, that they should. This is the part I don't understand. When the moment that they had a sense that he was moving troops, they should have started those measures, like the hardcore measures, not these little. Oh, we're gonna close some of the banks. I would have shut them all the way. See, they ain't watched The Godfather 1 and 2. Everybody at the UN need to watch The Godfather 1 and 2. Show you how to do this thing. I mean, if you're gonna play with weapons and lives, then do it. But do it with a sense of an end game.
Yeah,
because they watched these. They knew this guy was gonna do this, and everybody's yapping. I was like,
what they did is they emboldened him because he saw that really nobody was gonna stop him.
But that's it, Harry. You don't got no fear. You're like, he's like, got no fear. I'm not scared of none of y'all. Who you with? And here we are. Well, we are going to. And listen, I'm not suggesting we send troops. That's not what I'm suggesting, because we had enough war. Pulling out of Afghanistan was enough. And we're still in war places. We're still fighting wars in places. I need somebody. Harry, let's go to the UN tomorrow and just have a talk. Like, listen, y'all got to get on board. Because I'm telling you, if you don't stop this, he's gonna keep marching.
See, and the problem is that you have China, right? Who is backing? They didn't go as far as to back him up, but they basically say, "Hey, listen, he's doing what he got to do." And they're part of all of these decisions that they make in the United Nations, and they have veto power over a lot of stuff. So it's like we have to. We can't allow these monsters to have such a big say.
Somebody has to. They got, like you said, they got to take the hard left.
Yeah.
You just got to do it. I know. There's a lot at stake. I know people want diplomacy. I'm here for diplomacy, but this cat is lobbing bombs now, Harry. So my brother has a good saying. I can show you better than I can tell you.
You're listening to LoveBabz LoveTalk on WNHH LP 103.5 FM, your home for community radio. Yeah, no, you're right. And he's lobbing it at the Capitol, where there aren't really any soldiers, lined up to fight. So he's saying he's not going to go after the civilian population. It sure looks like you are. Already 40
like, anywhere
dead.
you lob a bomb, Harry, civilian people are. Like, bombs don't be like, oh, you're a civilian. Let me land over here. Because, there's no way you could determine that. You know how you could determine it? Don't do it. How about that? I don't know. I just feel like the world, there just seems to be no peace. And nobody wants real peace. And I don't understand that. It's such a beautiful earth. Why wouldn't you want everybody to prosper? Nobody should be hungry. Nobody should be without housing and shoes and food. Nobody should be without an education. What the hell is wrong with people? Why can't we reach out and touch somebody's hand?
My God,
make this world a better place.
If
we can.
Babz, what world do you live in?
I don't know. That's the world I want to live in, Harry. That's the world I want to live in.
That's not gonna happen anytime soon. We got too many monsters.
World where, I know, man. I just want to live in a world where there's peace and plenty everywhere.
But you know what?
We can have it.
I don't think so. Not in our lifetime. Maybe and not even well, maybe the kids who are coming up now will be better, citizens of the world.
Well, they get to be, how they get to be better citizens if we are better citizens and they look to us and learn from us. That's how you raise up better citizens. That we right now are good citizens or try to be good citizens. I don't know, Harry. You know what? I know. Don't get me wrong. I'm not naive. I know. I'm not naive.
Here's the thing, because I think that's what Biden was doing, right? He's like, listen, I'm giving you an out. Let's work on this. I don't want to put heavy sanctions on you. I think he was giving him an out.
Yeah.
And Putin,
I think it was too, Harry. Out that allows him to save face a little bit, so he don't look like an asshole.
But Putin saw it as weakness, because that's why he, a hammer only sees everything as nails, and Putin's a hammer. So you can't show weakness with this guy. And then if what Macron said is true, that there's something different about him, you can't even measure crazy, right? It's like,
all right. I got a guest at 10:15.
Yeah,
I'm so excited. The Delta's on tour. The authors, the Delta's on tour authors. I'm kicking it off. The event is April 9th. It's a virtual event, but we've been doing this for quite some time. And so since the New Haven alumni chapter of Delta Sigma Theta is hosting the regional tour, I just said, hey, they asked me if I would consider talking to a few of the authors. I was like, let's schedule them up. I'd love to talk to them. It's what I do. I wore my Delta shirt today and my red earrings so I could be like, so I'm excited. I'm excited. So Delta's on tour. There's a bunch of authors. I think we're running them from now until next Friday, I believe. Next Friday. And the first one up is the lovely and talented and the beautiful Y.B. Taylor. Harry, she was born in 1954, the same year as the U.S. Supreme Court landmark decision, Brown versus the Board of Education. And so she had some experience with, a lot of experience with bigotry and segregation. So much so, Harry, that she thought some of the stories she was told really happened to her. That's how much, it was being talked about. So she was a kid that was bused through junior high and high school, and she went off to college and went off to the University of Virginia. She became their first African American to earn a degree, and 4 years after undergraduate admissions was before it was open to women. She received her BA in Afro-American Studies from the university, and for about 11 years she was immersed in corporate America, banking and finance. So she decided one day, Harry, to write a book. She wrote a book of poetry to give to her daughters to remember her. And just like potato chips, one book leads to another. So she's got like 6 or 7 books out here now of poetry. So I'm delighted to talk to her. I'm looking at all her books on Amazon. Amazon is the devil, but they had all her books in one place. I pulled them up. I'm not going to buy them from them, but I pull them up. So she's got 1, 2, 3. She's got like 6 or 7 books. Anyway, she's a poet, and I'm delighted to have her on as my guest. I love poets. I love writers, but I have a special place in my heart for poets because they see the world very succinctly. You need to say something finite, Harry. You get you a good poet to write it. And they'll get you right and get you told. So So
All
she'll
right,
be
so we're gonna come back with her. I'm gonna shut down the Facebook stream and then come back.
Yes, people,
Thanks
we'll be back.
Thanks everybody for listening. And Robert Jose Irisari Diaz says hi, friends. Hello.
Oh, hey, Roberto. He's a professor at UNH.
I didn't see the O. I said Robert. Roberto. There you go.
Roberto. He's got a cute daughter too. He's
All
a
right.
professor at UNH.
So we'll be right back. You're listening to LoveBabz Love Talk on WNHH LP 103.5 FM, your home for community radio.
Wheels keep spinning to the morning light. Wheels keep spinning. Wheels keep spinning. Wheels keep spinning to the morning light.